Grant, your thoughts on that one this afternoon?
I am a little bit of everything, I think. First goal's really disappointing for that they scored. You know, we knew about Smith. He's been big for them in recent weeks. I mentioned to the midfield players, look, you got to track his run. We didn't track his run. Let's put him 1-0 up. And then we huffed and puffed a bit first half. You know, particularly when they went down to 10 men. You know, we didn't overload the sides enough. We didn't get out against their press enough. We kept playing inside their press, which is when you're playing against 10 men, it's exactly what you want. You don't want people outside you in the 2v1s, but we didn't do that. Second half we improved. You know, I see more of Jack Senior, Jamie Sterry, you know, getting on and pushing on and trying to create the 2v1s. We didn't quite find the goal. We probably didn't pull the trigger enough. We kept trying to sort of walk it in, and we put crosses in the box. We didn't quite get on the end off, and then the sending off. You know, obviously when we make the subs, Billy gets sent off, and he's just apologised to the players and staff in there. And then you're thinking, right, okay, let's reset, let's go again, and we shoot from 20 yards and it ends up in the back of the net. You know, and kept pushing, kept trying to get the winner. Disappointed the last 6 or 7 minutes because I felt I said to the players in there, I said, look, you need to understand the sort of mindset me and the staff have is that we want you to go for that win, go for the winner. And it was sort of way, it felt like Wimbledon were going to score, truthfully. And I always be honest in these press conferences, but they didn't, and we've seen it out. And we'll take the point and we'll move on to Tuesday night, but disappointed we didn't get all three.
Did you feel that the kind of, not thought that job were done by getting level, but just kind of, it was almost like a bit of relief, we're back equalised now? Maybe,
because we played for quite a bit, didn't they, with them down to 10 men. I don't know when their player got sent off. Was it 30 minutes in? So we've played the rest of the first half and right up until we made the subs in 70 minutes against 10 men. And it's difficult, I said this last week against Cheltenham, it's really difficult to play against them, 10 men, because they sit behind the ball, they make it difficult for you. You've got to be clever and cute. You've got to shoot from distance, which we did. You know, 20 odd yards out, Jamie's pulled the trigger. And look, Wimbledon are a good team. You know, we've got to give them respect as well. They're not going to come here and lie down. But for me, I'm looking at my own team. We probably didn't do enough to hurt them. Weren't creative enough in around the final third. Although we had a lot of shots, but I don't think we tested the keeper too many times.
It was kind of attack versus defence for so much of that second half, particularly when it was 11v10, they were just happy to sit back. They weren't really showing any kind of desire to try and hit you on the break.
Well, no, listen, they've got threats, they've got pace at the top end of the pitch, so you've always got to be wary of that. They broke away a couple of times and nearly scored where we weren't switched on. So all in all, it was a tough game. You get sense it was a tight game, a tense game. It was hot out there for both teams, and I was just hoping my team could grab that, you know, initiative last 10 minutes when we went into that 7 minutes extra time to go and win a flick from Joe and run in between, but we didn't just quite do it. And we'll take the point, we'll move on to Salford.
Does it feel like a point gained, or have you left a couple of points out there?
Look, we want to win our home games. But what's pleasing is the boys responded from being 1-0 down. And then back to 10 men, and we had to regroup and go again, and we get the goal. And we had some other opportunities. We're just a little bit slow in and around the box. We didn't get the shot off. But look, like I say, it's a point for us today where, you know, if we had kept going the way we were going, trying to pass things and cross into big bodies in the box, maybe we wouldn't have got it. So it's a good bit of quality from Jamie.
And popped up again. Second, he's waited a while for his first Rovers goal. He got two in 2 games.
Yeah, I'm pleased for him. He's in good form, Jamie. You know, and he's very clean. He had a couple of shots there today. A couple got blocked, and one that's gone deflected and gone in. But it was a good technique. Stand here a little bit frustrated today that we didn't win the game, given the fact that, you know, we had all the territory and we just couldn't find that last little bit. But credit to Wimbledon. You know, they defended their box well. Their back five and their four in front of that have defended well for them today, you know, and limited us to testing their goalkeeper. Like I say, we had lots of the ball, lots of possession, lots of territory. We didn't really create the chances that I think we should have done.
You touched on it. It's been 2 games where you've been up against 10 men for long periods, and just have to keep going and keep showing a bit of patience about it. But that determination, that desire, very positive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know, I said to the players there, I said, look, well done, because it's not easy coming back and you know, you get the dejection of Billy going off as well, and you're thinking, right, okay, how's the boys going to react? They've reacted positively, still on the front foot, still the team looking to get the goal, although Wimbledon probably didn't need to score. They're 1-0 up. And we kept going and we got the goal. And like on another day, in the first half we score, I think it was Woody heads back, it just goes past the post, gave out a lot of opportunities and chances. There was sniffs around the edge of the box that we could do better with, and we just didn't get the shot off. So we'll refocus the group, we'll make sure we rest and recover for Tuesday night.
And so this is the start of a really, really busy period, 4 games, 9 days, got one out of the way, but just that quick turnaround again.
Yeah, quick turnaround, just the main thing for us now is recovery. Make sure the players get recovered over the next day or two, so their energy's there for Tuesday.
So that change at half time, Javen Gar coming on for Richard Wood, that just a change of approach?
Yeah, just a tactical decision really. And Woody's, like I said to you, Woody and Jay are both not 100% at this moment in time. So we've got to be diligent in terms of when we use them and how we use them. Obviously with Joe Holloway been out, we've got 3 fit centre-backs. So we've got to be careful of how we use them because of the games we've got coming up. So we've done it. We did it at Cheltenham. We did it today. You know, the more training Jay gets, the more game time you'll get, the fitter you'll get, and the better you'll get. But we've got to be careful because the last thing we want now is anybody else breaking down. Jay's probably on the borderline of that. So we've got to make sure we get him recovered and ready for Tuesday.